I think there's ample fraud in the dead voting, but there's not 700,000 ballots of fraud with that kind of deal. I'll tell you where this is going to be discovered if it's discovered. Mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots is where this is all happening. And the mail-in ballots exist because of COVID-19. COVID hits and the Democrats immediately saw an opportunity. It's too scary. It's too dangerous. It's too risky to show up on Election Day at the polls. We're going to devise a way where you can vote in complete safety. We're going to have mail-in ballots. You're not going to have to prove who you are. You're not going to have to prove where you are. You have to prove anything. We're going to send you a mail-in ballot if you want it, and then you can vote and mail it in. That's where all this is, folks. If you ask me, my own humble opinion, that's where all of this is. Digging it out, this is where you're going to have to look. Now, this piece from Breitbart, Hans von Spakovsky, 120,000 straight vote dump for Biden is not possible. Vote dumps. This is bags, buckets, whatever, of votes that show up while we are asleep to the tune of 120,000, which are entirely for Vice President Joe Biden, cannot be credible. Hans von Spakovsky is manager of the Heritage Foundation's Election Law Reform Initiative. He is a senior legal fellow of the Mies Center for Legal and Judicial Studies. And he offered his analysis yesterday afternoon. He was asked about reports of drastic spikes in vote counts for Biden in the early hours of Wednesday morning. He said, if those reports are correct, I don't understand it. The way you do counting is you simply count all of the ballots. You don't divide. They're not divided up between the candidates. So the precinct reporting that's coming in ought to be reporting the total vote count, regardless who it's for. So again, if it's confirmed that there are these weird reports coming out of votes only for one candidate and not the other, you have to question what's going on. He was then asked what advice he would offer the president with respect to protecting electoral integrity. Hans von Spakovsky said the only thing that's going to help Trump now is lawful means, court orders, ordering election officials to comply with the law and to not count absentee ballots that have been received in violation of state law. That's where my resources would be concentrated if I was doing this. So there you have it.